In the last PPT, you have studied what is meant by human karyotype, how many chromosomes are there in the human beings, how many sex chromosomes and how many autosomes. Sir, in this unit we will study the chromosomal abnormality. So, if there is any defect in the chromosomes, either it may be in the sex chromosomes or either it may be in the autosomes, it leads to some of the abnormalities in the human beings. So that is what is called as chromosomal aberrations. So there are various type of chromosomal abnormality you study. Among them, one of the syndrome that you study is Turner syndrome. So Turner syndrome is a condition where the individuals have complement of 44 autosomes and only one X chromosomes. If you just look into the number of autosomes, there are 44 autosomes or 22 pairs of autosomes and one sex chromosomes and one X chromosomes is missing. So this was identified or discovered by H.H. Turner, and this condition in the year 1938, and so it is named as Turner syndrome. And here you can see there are 45 and X chromosomes, and this condition occurs every in 5000 live birth, and more than 90% of the embryo with this complement, that is 45 X, spontaneously get aborted. And this Turner syndromes, individuals are phenotypically females, but at adolescence they do not develop secondary sexual characters and never reach functional maturity. So this is about the Turner syndrome. And when you just go into the characteristic features of the Turner syndrome, you can see they have short structure, low hairline and shield shaped thorax, widely spaced nipples. So these are the conditions that is suffered by the Turner's syndrome. And then widely spaced nipple, short metacarpals, small fingernails, brown spots on the navi, and as I told you, there is no menstruation, amenorrhea. Why there is no menstruation is because of the rudimentary ovaries and the gonadal streak underdeveloped and gonadal structures. That is the reason why they do not get menstruation. And elbow deformity, you can see there is poor breast development, there is a construction of aorta and then folds of the skin, and this is the characteristic feature, characteristic facial features. These are the defects that you see in the Turner syndrome. Next, another type of syndrome is the Klinefelter syndrome. So you can see in the Klinefelter syndrome, why it is called Klinefelter syndrome, because it was first discovered by H.F. Klinefelter in the year 1942, and this the individuals have extra X chromosomes, XY chromosomes. You know that if the person is having XX chromosomes, then the individual will be female. If have XY chromosomes, then the individual will be male, normal male. But here what has happened, there is one extra X chromosomes is there. So the individual here is phenotypically male but with feminine characteristic features. And this Klinefelter syndromes occur one in every 1000 male birth. And the features associated with this Klinefelter syndrome is frontal baldness is absent. They have tendency to grow fewer chest hairlines. There is a development of the breast, as you see in case of females, but he is a male. And then female type of pubic hairs and small testicular size is small, and they have got long arms and legs and wide hips. There is narrow shoulders and poor beard development. And you can also see there is a fatted deposition is of typical female type. And you can also see that there is a low androgen secretion and the person who is suffering, the person who is having this Klinefelter syndrome, they have mental retardations to some extent, and they are sterile. So these are the feature of the person who is suffering with Klinefelter syndrome. And next, coming to the another type of chromosomal abnormality, that is what is called as a super female. And super female is also is with the triple X chromosome. So you can see that there is an X chromosomes, that is triple X chromosome. So it is called triple X and super females. The super females are females who have an extra chromosomes and the total of 47 chromosomes. So the super females are seen one in 830 to 1000 live female birth, and the more common features than Turner syndrome. So you can see the super females, the characteristic facial features, the web of the skin, constriction of the aorta, poor breast development, and underdeveloped ovaries. These are the conditions that you see in super females, and they have got some mental deficiency that it increases along with the increase in the number of X chromosomes. So this is what is called as a super females. And then another type of chromosomal syndrome is super males. These super males are like super females with an extra Y chromosomes. Here, there you have seen extra X chromosomes, here with an extra Y chromosomes, and it was identified by P.A. Jacobs. So this is also called as Jacob syndrome. Okay, and it was reported in Scotland in a population of 197 men who were inanimates and mentally they are abnormal, and these men showed the following characters, like they have acne, they have aggressions, okay, they have abnormal intelligence, they have tall structures, and they have antisocial, and they have super muscle strength, there is a reduced muscle coordinations. These are the features of the super males. Then another type of chromosomal abnormalities is Down syndrome. That whatever you have studied in the previous slide, these are related to the sex chromosomes, that is hallosomes, and when you come to this type of chromosomal abnormality, that is what is called as Down syndrome, it is related to the autosomes. Okay, so the problem of non-distinction, this is not only seen in the sex chromosomes, but it is also occur in the autosomes. So most examples of non-distinction in autosome is seen in the condition what is called the Down syndrome. So this was is because of trisomic conditions in autosome number 21, trisomy in the autosome number 21. So this was first identified by Longdon Don, and one of the most common abnormality with the frequency of 1 in every 700 live birth. So the features of Down syndromes are, you can see the growth failure, the flat back or head, the abnormal ears, many loops on the fingertips, the formed grease, then special skin ridge pattern, the unilateral or bilateral or absence of one rib, then intestinal blockage, then umbilical hernia, then abnormal pelvis, diminished muscle tone, so and broad flat face, slanting eyes, epicanthal eye fold, short nose, short and broad hands, you can see short and broad hands, small and arched palate, wrinkled tongue, dental anomalous, congenital heart disease, enlarged colon, big toes widely spaced. These are the conditions you can see in the person who is suffering with Down syndrome. Then another type of chromosomal abnormality, that is what is called as Cry-Do-Cat syndrome. So So this cry-do-cat syndrome is caused due to the deletion in the small part of short arm of the chromosome number 5. Sure, okay, then chromosome number 5, and the deletion of this piece of chromosomes can occur due to the mutation, and it is caused due by the mutagens like radiation or by some of the chemicals, and the mutagens cause the break in the chromosomes and deletion occurs, and this syndrome shows the following features. You can see the cry-do-cat. Why the name cry-do-cat? Because the child will cry like a cat, so it is called cry-do-cat syndrome. It results from total or partial deletion on the sharp arm of the chromosome number 5. You can see there is microcephaly or the small head, cleft tip, lip, then cat like they cry like a cat, and also they have a round face, then low set of ears, then epicanthal folds, hyptonia, okay, and the person who is suffering with this syndrome, they have got severe mental retardations, and they have got a short lifespan. So the child is weak and has a feeble cat-like cry, so it is called cry-do-cat syndrome. So this is related to the chromosomal abnormalities. So you have studied the chromosomal abnormality due to the allosomes and due to the sex chromosomes. Thank you.